What's going on, guys? Ants Trades back with another video. I was not expecting to make a video tonight, but I'm very excited. Things are looking very good, and I'm probably going to hang myself with this one, but I really don't give a fuck. So, really quickly jumping into this, I'm going to get straight to it. Um, Here's SPY. In my last video, I went over the price action with SPY. I'm not going to bother doing that. We saw the golden cross on Friday. There it is right there. You have your golden cross on SPY on the daily. Very bullish. I mentioned we could head fake out of this. I'm still expecting upside. I'm expecting SPY to see upside next week. I just wanted to mention something. I have a few things I want to show you guys actually. From SPY's downtrend here in the descending broadening wedge you have, we have recently found a low and been forming higher highs, higher lows, and broke out of the downtrend. And here's where we're sitting today. Looking at the past, and this is prior to the AMC Squeeze in January and post AMC Squeeze in January, and then AMC Squeeze in June. So, April, May, June, July. And this is SPY during the period in time where AMC was squeezing in January and June. Very strong bull trend here the entire time. Pretty much this is where my theory is stemming from, where I think SPY is about to go to new highs and continue ripping to the upside, because this is what we saw back here on SPY. So again, I'm expecting SPY to keep continuing to the upside. I'm expecting all-time highs probably within a year and a half, somewhere in that range. That's pretty much it for SPY. I want to show you guys a few things. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm very excited. We'll start with Opex. So Opex is once a month, and usually for AMC it really hasn't had any effect, but there was a few points where it really did matter for us. The first one being in January of 2021, Opex, January 15, 2021. This landed on a Friday, and not for nothing, there was no market on Monday. This lands on a Friday as you're breaking out of a downtrend here. 7 days from Opex, 7 trading days later, AMC peaks on a Wednesday. Keep in mind, on a Wednesday. So you have Opex on Friday. There's no market on this following Monday here. This is as you're breaking out of a downtrend here. As you're breaking the pattern, you have Opex on a Friday, no market Monday. 7 trading days later, you squeeze, and that lands on a Wednesday. From there, you trade in this symmetrical triangle here. You finally break out of it. And then you have Opex May 21st, 2021 here. As you're breaking out, and then you come back down, you have Opex here on a Friday. 7 trading days later, once again, same way as here, 7 trading days from Opex, you have you squeeze, you get your peak. Where you have Opex here, 7 trading days later, you hit all-time highs on AMC. This also landed on a Wednesday. So both of these Opex dates here on Friday, 7 trading days later, AMC peaks on a Wednesday. Keep that in mind. Now, look at what we have here, where just the same way, and it's the same movement, as you break out and then you come back down to establish support here and you rip. We have the same exact thing where we broke out of a 2-year-long descending wedge. Break out, come back down to establish support. We had Opex on Friday last week. There's no market on Monday, just the same way as we had it back here in January of 2021. There's no market on Monday. I'm just gonna hang myself. 7 trading days from Opex on Friday is March 1st, and it's a Wednesday. I'm expecting all-time highs on Wednesday, March 1st for AMC. Not only that, Adam Aaron pushed up the AMC earnings call from March 7th to February 28th. February 28th is the day before Wednesday, March 1st. I wonder why. I wonder why Adam Aaron would push up earnings to a sooner date. As far as my knowledge goes, anytime a company is announcing earnings early, it's because they have a surprise to let their shareholders know. They have good news that they're ready to share. They want to share it early. It just so happens that I'm expecting AMC to peak on Wednesday, March 1st, and Adam Aaron pushed earnings to the day before. Just think about that. One more thing before I leave this. I mentioned 3-year cycles on AMC. It's part of my theory. February 20th, 2020 was the start of the where the algo really kicked in and started running this shit on a loop here. February 20th, 2020. February 20th, 2023, 3 years later, is next week. So just actually it's today. Today's February 20th, but there's no market today. 3 years today. So I'm expecting upside next week. I'm not expecting anything too crazy, but I am expecting upside next week. So I'll just leave it at that. That's that. All 3 Opex dates, 7 trading days later. So these 2 right here, Opex on a Friday, 7 trading days later, you get a peak. Opex here, 7 trading days later, you get a peak. Both of these peaks land on a Wednesday. Opex here, 7 trading days later from this is March 1st. Adam Aaron pushed earnings to the day before March 1st, February 28th. I wonder why. I'm expecting all-time highs on March 1st. No dates at all. I'm not mentioning dates, but March 1st, not financial advice. March 1st, no dates. Not financial advice. March 1st. So that's pretty much that. I want to get into something now too. Now I mentioned a few times now that we followed the fractals. The pre-January fractals perfectly for what now, a year and a half since we broke out of the flag in November. I went into full crackhead mode for this one, and this is the 1 hour, by the way. This isn't the daily. This is the 1 hour candles on our current cycle, and it's the 1 hour bars of January right before you squeeze. I'm not even gonna bother running through this. If you need to, pause the video and really look at the movement here. It's legitimately the same fucking thing. I'm not gonna sit here and go bar for bar. You guys can pause it. I'm gonna leave it like this for a little bit. Pause the video and really sit there and look at this. It's the same exact thing all the way through. All the way through. And I'm not going to sit here and say, that this has something to do with me, but I'm also not going to say that it doesn't, because I'm sure people have watched my videos. Even though I'm not a financial advisor, they're probably buying calls. I mentioned the algo can slow down and speed up. It just so happens that when I first started making my videos, which was approximately somewhere in this range right here, you could see the algo followed perfectly, almost 1-to-1. Like time range, it was pretty much 1-to-1 with time. I made my videos right here, and then look at what the algo does. You have 5 candles here. It stretches this out for 2 weeks. Really, really fucking slowed down here. Really just dragged this out. Very fucking annoying. Same thing though, where you break out and you gap up from this. You break out and gap up from it right here. Like I said, the algo is in turtle mode. It has been for a month now. This whole shit has been I'm pretty sure this is about a month of price action here. Yes, I was wrong with dates at first. How the fuck can you blame me when the algo slowed down by like 20x here? It's the same thing though. This is January. You could also probably make the case for June, and I showed this in my last video. I'll show it again. The movement from the May breakout here, and I'm not going to bother going through this again, but the movement is the exact same thing through and through, where you break out, get your gap, come up to the ascending resistance, hit it 5 times. Same thing here, breakout, gap, ascending resistance, hit it 5 times. Here you gap, here you bear flag all the way down. I mentioned this was exaggerated because we needed to test the wedge as support. 2-year breakout, 2-year macro breakout of a downtrend. Came back to test it as support, held as support, and we bounced off of it. From the gap, you get a descending resistance that you hit 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the fourth try here, you push through, and you have a 16% move. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple wicks below the wedge there, held perfectly. This is sex on a chart right here. That's what this is. On the 4th hit here, you get a big move. 20% here, 15% here, and then this is the iteration you're in, where you're just trying to break through resistance here at 850, 37 wicks to it, and you just can't seem to do it. And then the same thing over here, trying to break through 550, 37 wicks to it, and you can't do it. And what I'm expecting next, regardless, if you look at this from the June fractals or the January fractals, the next thing you get here is a pump to the upside. This is for the June. This is what you get next, is a pump, a retrace, and then you go. And then this is the January, with what you get next is a pump, a retrace, and you go. Regardless, either way you look at it, we're looking at upside next week. So that's pretty much that. Was there anything else I wanted to show? Let me just see. I went over the June, the January, and Opex. I could just jump really quickly into the chart again. I want to show you this. This is my projection for next week. I need to go into the 1 hour. This is the daily. projection for next week. I really encourage you to sit here, if you have to go back in the video or if you want to do it now, and really look. It's color coded. So red is red, orange, orange, yellow, yellow, green, green. You get the picture. The upper bars is the January fractal from what led up to the squeeze in January 2021. And the lower candles is where we currently are. And this is on the 1 hour. This isn't even the daily. This is the 1 hour. I really encourage you to sit and go through that. I have some notes here where, these lines pointing to what we have going on here. The algo really, really slowed down here to drag this thing out. You can probably argue maybe to line up with Opex, maybe to line up with earnings, having a run right before the reverse split, trying to get people to sell before the reverse split goes through, hoping it's a yes. The only thing I will say is I'm not 100% sure. There's a note here. I'm not 100% sure that we finished this iteration here. I'm pretty sure we did, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just saying we are because I'm expecting upside next week. This green here is my projection for next week. Obviously, I'm not going to be perfect with this, but this is pretty much more or less what I'm expecting next week. Maybe tomorrow on Tuesday you have a sideways or maybe a slightly red day, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this is the move you get here. Coming up into like the $7 or $8 range, and then just you find a top there, retrace, trade sideways, consolidate. Into next week, you see a gap up, and then you get this bullish channel here, and this will land you somewhere in the 10 to 12 range, just the same way you get it here. This is the move we're looking at next, and a gap and a bullish channel, and that is right before the algo snaps, and the algo triggers a short covering pre-market, which just takes you straight to all-time highs. That's pretty much what I'm expecting. I know it sounds fucking crazy. It sounds nuts. Doesn't make any sense. I'm expecting to see green into the $7, $8 range this week. Next week, you gap up to $9, $10, $11, trading a bullish channel here. And then Wednesday, March 1st, no dates, not financial advice. Wednesday, March 1st, no dates. I'm expecting to see an algo triggered short covering pre-market to all-time highs. Basically, what I'm saying is a gap from $12 to $140. I know it sounds stupid. I really don't give a fuck. My TA is there. It all makes sense. Haters are going to hate, is what it is. I really don't give a fuck. I showed you guys everything. It all lines up. It all makes sense. And that is pretty much that. So this green here is pretty much what I'm expecting this week. Nothing crazy. $7, $8. Maybe we speed up here and we get the gap up to the bullish channel this week as well. And we spend, maybe Friday, Monday, Tuesday, the following week in the bullish channel, Wednesday, all-time highs, something like that. I'm not going to be perfect with this, but this is pretty much the projection, what I'm expecting. One more thing I wanted to mention, because I was looking at this the other day. The move on Ape is very symmetrical. It's a very symmetrical move. Mentioned before, inverse head and shoulders, neckline. We broke out of it, and I'm seeing upside here. And we have recently come back down. Spent the whole last week trading sideways on zero volume. But the move, and it's color-coded here, is very symmetrical. Get the green here, that leads into the blue. Green leads into the blue. Come down, up, down, up, down, up. This is what I'm expecting. And it pretty much lines up with AMC too, where you'll see some upside on Ape this week, probably somewhere into like the 330 range, and then early on in the week, maybe retrace, just the same way I'm expecting AMC to go to like $7, $8, and then retrace and consolidate in that range before gapping up further, and then this is what you're expecting next. So pretty much what I'm expecting this week is $7, $8 on AMC, consolidate in that range. Ape comes up to 330 to 350, retraces a bit, consolidates in that range before moving higher the following week. So that's pretty much it. It looks really, really good, guys. I'm bullish as fuck. Fuck the haters. Fuck the shills. Fuck all of them. Seriously, my TA is on point. I don't really give a fuck what anyone thinks anymore. One more thing. When we do squeeze, I am done on YouTube. I'm expecting a squeeze March 1st. No dates. Not financial advice. March 1st. When we do squeeze to new highs, I am removing my YouTube, and I am going to be in Discord only. To the OGs that are like my day ones that are already in the Discord, good for you. For everyone else, you're gonna have to be paying me for that. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm bullish as fuck. It looks really good. I'm expecting big things in the next 2 weeks for AMC. I'm hanging myself by saying this. I really don't give a fuck though. So With that being said, I'm going to get zero sleep tonight. Everybody have a good night, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.